Hidden from headlines but vital to strategy, Ovda Airbase plays a silent role in shaping Israel's air power. It's not about parked jets, it's about training, cooperation, and readiness. Today, we reveal why Ovda is Israel's true strategic power hub. Hello everyone, we are exploring a military location that rarely makes headlines but plays a powerful role behind the scenes. Ovda Airbase. When people think of air bases, they imagine fighter jets lined up on runways ready for combat. Ovda is different. Its importance does not come from permanent squadrons, but from how it prepares pilots, forces, and allies for real-world conflict. Located in southern Israel, Ovda has evolved into a center focused on readiness, advanced training, and large-scale exercises. Over the years, its mission has shifted to meet modern warfare needs, emphasizing flexibility rather than constant deployment. Ovda supports complex air operations, multinational drills, and joint coordination that cannot easily happen near crowded cities. This makes it a unique asset in Israel's military structure. In this video, we will uncover how Ovda works, why it exists, and what makes it strategically valuable, from its history and training role to its international impact and future direction. Each section will reveal a different layer of this quiet but critical airbase. By the end, you'll understand why Ovda is not just an airfield, but a strategic power hub shaping the future of air operations. Ovda Airbase was built during a time of major strategic change for Israel. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, Israel returned the Sinai Peninsula to Egypt under peace agreements. This meant losing several important air bases that had supported southern operations. To maintain operational depth and flexibility, Israel needed a new facility that could support air activity in the south. Ovda was the answer. Designed with long runways and wide surrounding airspace, the base allowed aircraft to operate freely without civilian interference. From the beginning, Ovda was built with adaptability in mind. It could support military missions, training flights, and even temporary civilian use when required. This flexible design helped the base remain relevant as military needs evolved. Instead of becoming outdated, Ovda adapted its purpose. Over time, the focus shifted from permanent deployment to preparation and training. This shift reflects a broader military lesson: wars are not won only by equipment, but by readiness. Ovda's creation was not about showing power, but about preserving it quietly. That mindset still defines the base today, making it an essential but often misunderstood part of Israel's defense system. One of the most misunderstood facts about Ovda Airbase is that it does not host permanent fighter squadrons. For many, this creates the false impression that the base is inactive or secondary. In reality, this is exactly what makes Ovda valuable. By not being tied to daily operational pressure, the base remains available for specialized missions, exercises, and large-scale training events. Aircraft from other bases rotate into Ovda when needed, bringing pilots and crews for focused preparation. This system allows Israel to simulate real combat conditions without disrupting from frontline readiness elsewhere. Ovda becomes a neutral ground where mistakes are allowed, lessons are learned, and skills are sharpened. The absence of permanent squadrons also enhances security and flexibility. Infrastructure can be reconfigured depending on mission requirements. Whether training air-to-air combat, coordination drills, or multinational exercises, Ovda adapts quickly. This approach reflects its modern military thinking, where readiness and learning matter more than constant visibility. Ovda's strength lies not in what stays there, but in what happens there. It is a place for preparation, not display, and that makes it strategically powerful. Ovda Airbase represents a training philosophy built around realism and pressure. Training here is designed to be demanding, unpredictable, and close to real combat conditions. Pilots are challenged to operate with limited information, changing scenarios, and strict timing. Ground crews and command teams train alongside air crews, ensuring coordination across every level. This environment forces everyone to think, adapt, and respond quickly. Ovda allows exercises that would be difficult near populated areas, including low-altitude flight, complex formations, and extended mission durations. Mistakes are analyzed in detail, not punished, turning each failure into a learning opportunity. The goal is not perfection, but improvement. Another key element is repetition. Crews repeat scenarios under different conditions until responses become instinctive. This builds confidence and reduces hesitation in real operations. Ovda also emphasizes teamwork. Success is measured not by individual skill, but by how well units operate together. This philosophy ensures that when real crises occur, responses are calm, coordinated, and effective. Ovda is not just teaching pilots how to fly. It teaches forces how to fight intelligently under pressure. Ovda Airbase is best known internationally for hosting large multinational air exercises. These events bring together air forces from different countries, each with its own aircraft, tactics, and command culture. Training together is not easy, but that is exactly the point. At Ovda, pilots learn how to communicate across language barriers, integrate different systems, and operate as a unified force. These exercises simulate complex scenarios where cooperation is essential. Participants practice planning joint missions, sharing intelligence, and executing coordinated strikes or defenses. Ovda's infrastructure and open airspace make this possible without disrupting civilian life. Beyond technical skills, these exercises build trust. Pilots who train together understand each other better in real situations. This trust can save lives during actual operations. For Israel, hosting such exercises strengthens strategic relationships and sends a clear message: cooperation is a key part of modern defense. Ovda becomes more than a base. It becomes a meeting point for shared experience. These exercises ensure that allies are not just politically aligned, but operationally compatible. That makes Ovda an important player on the global military stage. For many years, Ovda played a special role through Aggressor training. In this concept, pilots deliberately fly as the enemy. They study potential adversary tactics, flight patterns, and decision-making styles, then replicate them during exercises. This forces friendly pilots to face unfamiliar challenges and think creatively. Aggressor training is demanding because it requires pilots to abandon their own habits and adopt another mindset. Ovda provided an ideal environment for this kind of preparation. The open airspace allowed realistic engagements, while isolation ensured safety. Facing a thinking opponent rather than scripted scenarios dramatically improves combat readiness. Pilots learn not to rely on assumptions, but on observation and adaptability. Even though formal aggressor units have changed over time, the lessons remain deeply embedded in training culture. Ovda helped shape generations of pilots who expect the unexpected. This approach reduces surprise in real combat, where unpredictability is the norm. Aggressor training proves that understanding the enemy is just as important as mastering your own aircraft. Ovda's contribution here may be quiet, but its impact is lasting. Modern warfare is no longer fought by air forces alone. Ovda Airbase reflects this reality by supporting joint training between air and ground forces. Exercises here focus on coordination, timing, and information sharing. Pilots learn how their actions affect ground units, while soldiers understand how air support changes battlefield dynamics. This mutual understanding reduces errors and increases effectiveness. Joint training also improves decision-making at command level. Leaders practice managing multiple units under pressure, balancing speed with accuracy. Ovda provides a controlled environment where these complex interactions can be tested safely. Communication systems, planning processes, and response timing are all refined through repetition. This type of training ensures that when real operations occur, cooperation feels natural rather than forced. Ovda's role in joint operations shows how military thinking has evolved. Success depends on integration, not isolation. By training together, forces build confidence in each other's capabilities. Ovda becomes a laboratory for modern warfare, where lessons are learned before they are needed most. Ovda Airbase is built for flexibility. Its long runways can support many aircraft types, from fighters to heavy transport planes. Support facilities are designed to handle temporary deployments, rapid maintenance, and mission planning. The base can scale up activity quickly during exercises and scale down just as efficiently afterward. This efficiency keeps resources focused and costs controlled. Command centers support complex simulations and real-time coordination. Training facilities allow briefings, debriefings, and data analysis, turning every mission into a learning experience. Ovda's layout supports movement and separation, allowing multiple activities without interference. Security is also layered, ensuring safety without disrupting operations. The base's infrastructure does not aim to impress visually. It aims to function reliably under pressure. This practical design matches Ovda's mission perfectly. Every element exists to support readiness, not showmanship. That quiet efficiency is what makes the base effective and respected within military circles. Ovda's strategic value lies in preparation rather than reaction. While frontline bases respond to immediate threats, Ovda prepares forces for future challenges. It allows Israel to test ideas, refine tactics, and evaluate cooperation without urgency. This forward-thinking approach reduces risk during real crises. Ovda also provides depth. In times of tension, it can support additional aircraft and personnel if needed. Its existence adds resilience to the overall defense network. Strategically, Ovda strengthens alliances through shared training and experience. These relationships matter when coordination becomes critical. The base also contributes to deterrence. Adversaries know that forces trained under demanding, realistic conditions are harder to surprise. Ovda may not appear in daily news, but its influence is constant. It quietly shapes skill, confidence, and readiness. In modern defense, that kind of influence is invaluable. Ovda proves that preparation is power. Ovda Airbase shows us that true military strength is not always visible. Without permanent squadrons or constant media attention, it still plays a central role in shaping air power, cooperation, and readiness. Its focus on training, realism, and integration reflects how modern militaries prepare for complex threats. Ovda is not about reacting fast. It is about being ready before reaction is needed. From international exercises to joint operations, its impact reaches far beyond its runways. It quietly improves skills, builds trust, and reduces uncertainty. That is why Ovda deserves recognition as a strategic power hub. If you enjoyed this deep and realistic look into Ovda Airbase, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next breakdown. Comment below. Do you think training bases like Ovda are more important than frontline bases? We'll see you in the next video.